Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. My name is Carrie. I'm a full-time trader, mentor in the crypto and Forex markets. Today's video is going to be an update on Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at ETH and the DXY. Not financial advice, just the way that I see the market. All right, let's get started. So the big debate right now is this wave right here to the downside. Why is it a big debate? Because it very much looks like 5 waves. And when we have a 5-wave move, it's either the end of something or the start of something. And also, what starts with 5 ends with 5. So let's talk about if it's the start of something first. If it is the start of something, and it's a 5-wave move, the only thing it can be is an A wave or a wave 1. In both cases here, we cannot break the high, and we would assume we would get a 3-wave move, and this would either be a wave 1 or an A wave, and we would get 5 more for either a C or very deep bear scenario where we get a wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5. In both cases, we cannot break the high. This would have to pivot and make a zigzag for this case to take place. What if it's the end of something? If it's the end of something, it can be a C wave or a 5th wave. Let's talk about the C wave first. If it is a C wave, it would have to pivot from back here and be A, B, C. Well, the C wave here came very deep, past the 2.618, the deepest Fibonacci extension that a C wave is allowed to hit. So the chances of it being a C are slim. But what it can be is a 5th wave, where this was a 4th and this was a truncated 5th. That would mean that we are ending off a leg here and we are starting something. Okay, so let's dive a little deeper into these two ideas. Let's start with the bull scenario first. The bull scenario is suggesting that we have a W, an A, or a wave 1 that either ended here or it ended here. The only difference here is that this pivot would just pivot to here and it would be double zigzags. Or it made it an expanded flat, an X wave, and then a zigzag. That would mean very much so that we are getting either a partner leg or a bullish move, if this is a leading diagonal, off of this 3-wave move to the downside, and this is the start of it. If we intend to continue bullish, we cannot break 17,567. There also should be no reason that we come underneath this support sitting right here in this order block. If price gets back underneath that, we can pretty much guarantee that the bear scenario is playing out. It needs to stay on this support, consolidate here, and push up, or it can push up and pull back into this support. If we are going to be bullish and we are giving this one a partner leg now, whether it's a W, an A, or a 1, it doesn't matter. We have to stay above this support, sitting at approximately, worst case scenario, 20,000. Okay, let's talk about the bear. If the W or the A wave ended here, and this is a 5-wave move, then this move to the upside will turn into a zigzag, find resistance, and then we will get either another 5 waves as an ABC, or it will come much deeper as a 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But we cannot break the high at 25,215. This is a nice recovery. If we can hold above, I think the chances are very high that we are getting some type of partner leg here. If this is a bear market rally and we're not going bullish, and we are going to assume that this is a connector for this whole entire leg, it seems awfully small to me. It is even smaller than this connector that was connecting these two legs. To me, it seems too small to be the connector connecting this entire leg to something to the downside. For symmetry of the market, I would really think we would need something bigger. Now, of course, that's my bias, and we'll have to see what happens, right? Okay, let's take a look at ETH. Now, in ETH's case, if this is a connector, it is somewhat bigger, but I would still feel better symmetry in the market if we were to get something bigger in time, if we're connecting this leg to the downside. Or it's done, and it's the bullish scenario. So the W, the A, and the 1, I am pretty confident that it ended here. Let's talk about the bull first. If it is a wave 1, obviously invalidation is way down here at the low. But there should be no reason that we come underneath this support right here sitting at $1,250. We can pivot to the downside, something like this, and still be very bullish in ETH, where this is still a wave 1 and a wave 2. But let's talk about if it's pivoting now. If it is pivoting now, and validation for this being the start of something bullish is at $1,400. We cannot come underneath this low. We shouldn't come underneath this support right here at approximately 1,600. There should be no reason that price comes back underneath there. There should be no reason that price comes back into this correction. If this is going to be bullish, it has got to go, because if it doesn't, it's going to invalidate itself. If price consolidates here and ends up coming back into this area, it's going to invalidate this being a 1 and a 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, price has got to separate itself from that correction, and soon. Let's go down to a little lower time frame. As you can see, this is choppy and overlappy. At this point, if this is going to consolidate and push higher, it should not come underneath this fourth wave territory. It needs to hold above it. It can come down to it in a correction, but no lower, or it runs the risk of coming back into the top of this, and it would invalidate this being the start of something. More than likely, if it does that, then it's climbing correctively, and it will channel upwards, and this would be a connector, making this an A wave, B wave, and probably come down for C, making this a bigger correction. So the most important thing right now is that it holds above 1,700 and continues to push to the upside. If we take out $2,031, it will invalidate this being the start of something as a 5-wave move. Remember, what starts with 5 ends with 5. In this case, there's no way it can be a C wave or a 5th wave because this is too high up. So the only thing it could be is an A wave or a 1. And if we break $2,031, it will invalidate both of these. Okay, that will confirm, if we break the top, that this was a 3-wave move, and we're either going bullish or we're going to make a 3-wave move and then a 3 or a 5 over here, making this a bigger correction. But we will still get this partner leg upwards. Let's take a look at the DXY and the possibilities here. This move to the downside looks like 3 waves. This move to the upside is very choppy and could be interpreted as corrective and a B wave. As you can see, we came up into the expanded B pocket. This move to the downside could be creating a C. I would think that it would hold this white trend line. We have the 618 at $107 and the 1-to-1 at 106. It will try and protect this A wave if this is the move that it's making, which is a bullish correction. If it is not making this bullish correction, then it is trying to hold for a 4th and push up for a 5th wave. If it is a 4th wave, we shouldn't come under the prior 4th, sitting at approximately $107. So either way, if it holds the 618 as a C, or it's coming down for a 4th, it should hold this territory and push to the upside, which means Bitcoin would come to the downside. But if it plans, when it opens, to make a bigger C wave and come down to the 1-to-1 or even deeper, that will give Bitcoin a chance to run to the upside. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something or got clarity, and I will see you in the next one.